it brings it out of the personal self, so you see it objectively. It works very well to better understand how to present it and to how to explain it to others. Because again, keep in mind, this is your journey. And as you go on your journey, and you will be doing this continually. And this, I continually rehearse this while I was in the hospital. How do you think I survived? I don't watch TV. I don't do any of that. I shut the door completely. I'm all by myself in there. That's just how I want to be. I just focus on the now. It's amazing how time flies. Amazing how 5 days it just goes. But for most people, they'll go crazy. But I don't, because I focus, and then I also rehearse. I rehearse things I'll say. I look at certain different ideas, etc. You might say I play in my world to better articulate and to present what I'm doing, because I have a real purpose. Most people, again, don't have a real purpose, so they get bored, they get ornery, they go through all kinds of moods, and this is where they are depressed at one moment, happy at others, and so you have this scale here, and so I don't want to mess with that scale from depression to happiness. I'm not concerned about any of that. Those are all the sensationalism that deals with emotional attachments of the emotional body. If I want to be happy, I decide to be. But I'd rather be free of all of it. And so happiness is one thing, and yes, my happiness is to see others succeed. That's my happiness. And so it's not about me. It's, I'm getting advice all the time. It's like, you do this, you take care of yourself, rest. I hear that every day. How are you doing today? Blah, 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 blah. So again, it's not about me. It's about the purpose that life is. And when you stand with that purpose, there's the freedom that you want. And all of a sudden you recognize it. Oh, this is how it works. Yes, this is how it works. And these other things are creations that we have in our personal world. But again, we're not taught these things. We're taught to be robotized here. When you go through the systems, you're taught to be a robot for the system. You're in the matrix. That's where they want you. They want to keep you one-dimensional and unaware. You are a robot. You think in your mind, you're a free thinker. You're lost. You're not even close. Until you can fully recognize, not fully, but because there's no such thing, but until you start to recognize isness and start to really get a bearing on this as to what's going on, no, you're lost. So you start off with the knowledge, you start off with the NUUU, etc. But good for you. You decided that experience. You're shown certain things. And yes, all of a sudden you see it how it is. We're lights in the darkness, and that darkness is black, isn't it? It's blacker than outer space, because outer space has the stars and it has the planets that are on fire called stars. But you're in a blackness. And that's really how creation is. See, what we see here is what's created in the House of Mirrors. That's the Maya. That word's not used very much anymore, because Maya is everywhere, and Maya is so readily accepted and agreed to, it's become the new reality. Maya is the new reality. And so we just kind of throw anything sensible out the door, because people they're chasing their happiness, their phenomena. They do their little routines, their meditation, whatever. All these are passive things. It has their position, it has their point, like having a cup of tea, yeah. But there's more to life than that. But if that's all you want, it's all there for you. You have to decide the adventure. You have to be very creative. You have to really understand and see this and take the risk. And very few will do this, like Val is saying. And that is that he's out there. Val is great. He has great courage. Others that are doing it, yourself, Esna, that are doing it. It's not about me. It's not about the new presentation. You pivot off of this, is what you do, you might say. You pivot off of what you've learned here, and then all of a sudden you have friends that are real, not fake, and just a bunch of emotional gibberish all the time. Making sure that you're happy and comfy and what have you. Oh yeah, they'll keep you here for lifetimes. Just like my former girlfriend and how she keeps all her children. She keeps them prisoner. She's the warden. And that's just really how it is. It all looks good. Everyone thinks, and she's a wonderful wonderful person. And people think, oh, she's a great gal. She does everything for everybody. She does it so that they will like her. And then she can control them. That's really what it is. Look at the politicians up there. What are they doing? They're doing all their funny little stories and speeches. So you'll like them, and then they control you. There's no difference. No difference at all. Your mom, your parents did it to you. You decide when you want to wake up from it. It's not about good or bad, right or wrong. It's about you decide your own journey, or you stay trapped with all those old ideas that you've come to know. I came up through them too. But when I quit high school, for the most part, I walked away. I was on the journey to see what else there was. And so through all those years coming through here, respectfully, all those people that I've known, what have you, they're on their own journey too. The choices that they're making. And they see what I'm doing. But you know what? They can't figure it out. I got a lady across the street here. She's in the corporation for probably 25, 30 years. She's wondering, what the heck am I doing? She can't see it. Yes, I'm very aware of this. I see her on the real side. I see her objectively. And she watches me a lot. She just cannot figure out, what am I doing? It's almost like, who are you? And so, until she takes the risk for herself, she never will. It'll always be a mystery. Everything will.
This planet Earth needs a lot of help from all of us right now. Dean Val of NUUU, Nations United, UNUversal, UNUversity, is contacting people around this world every day to share the importance of the all-natural environment supporting all of us. Dean Val and Duane Lee Heppner.org 501c3 have created CAN, Community Action Network, to help all communities become aware of how to be self-sufficient with permaculture and food and rainforests. We are always looking for real people to step up who want to learn what life on this earth is all about. We will be leasing large portions of land to create something wonderful for all communities everywhere. Contact Val Vittles on Skype and Facebook, and through the phone number and the website DuaneTheGreatWriter.net provided in the links to get involved with what we all can do now. The NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, is dedicated to supporting and providing a real purpose and real awareness with the all-natural environment supporting all of us. First comes this earth with food and rainforests, and to protect what is still here. For those who have the awareness to see what is actually taking place here with all the natural devastation, which is also purposely planned by WorldKontrollers, you now have a real opportunity to step up and do something with those who also care about your planet Earth. Duane Lee Heppner has created the NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, which completely entails the all-natural environment everywhere, and a real education that has real value, and that far surpasses any commonly created indoctrinating educational system that does not focus on what sustains all of us naturally. Real survival makes sense with everything here that is self-sustaining.